Good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever the fuck you are. Welcome to another episode of the No Fucks podcast.
None.
How do you want to start this, Jay? You want to talk about Roe v. Wade? You want to talk about Biden falling off bikes? You want to talk about Elon Musk's kid turning dude chick thing?
Well,
What do you got, buddy? It's been an eventful week, my man.
it has been. It has been. I guess the breaking news would be Roe v. Wade. Motherfuckers upset about that.
Yeah,
Uh,
today, that
you
happened
know,
today. Today.
it did happen today. Today is in June 24th of 2022.
Yeah, but
Just
time is a construct. Time is a construct.
it is, but just in case they find this John 1,000 years from now, and they find our legacy or something like that. This might just be the one. I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
that,
just on that day. But I can't understand why people are upset. They let it into the state's hands. What's the issue? If your state doesn't allow it, oh well. Like I don't know why you matter to Supreme Court though. I just can't understand that. Like
well, from my understanding, listening to lawyers on YouTube, like LawTube and stuff, like they've always stated that like the case of Roe v. Wade, the foundation of it becoming like an abortion case, like it didn't, in legal terms, it didn't like it wasn't ethical to come to that decision. So they were saying that what was going to happen is they were potentially going to overturn it because if you looked at the case and you were a lawyer, it didn't really make sense. So, but with their plan, like what they assume is going to happen is that they're going to take another case that's going to have the abortion stuff,
mm,
and then they'll just put it into like, oh yeah, this is something that
that
actually
would make
pertains to
sense.
that. So,
That would make
but
sense.
yeah, but then the overturn will make it like it's gonna take a while, and it's gonna fuck up some shit for a little while. You're like chicks are gonna have to go to different states to get their abortions and shit. I mean, I do find it a little wild that like the main focus for that is like, oh, with all these kids born of rape and incest, like the statistics show that the numbers really not that high. I'm all for people going to go get abortions. Fuck them kids.
Yeah,
Keep them going, bro. There's 7 billion people on this planet. We can off a couple of them.
I
So
will. I fully agree with you. Definitely agree with you. Fuck them. But at the same time, I, I don't know. I will say it's probably one of the craziest debates that will ever go down in human history. I don't think you'll ever get anybody to ever agree if it's okay or not. Just because, as much as the women are like, "Oh, it's our body, our choice," like, ah, you say that, but the man doesn't have that. My body, not my choice, or whatever. Like, if you decide to keep that kid, he got to pay child support,
yeah, but
regardless. Like,
also then if you think about
that's
it like
where it's
that, it's like
fucked up. But if he wants to keep the kid, he doesn't have a say because then it is a my body, my choice. The woman wanted to get rid of it, so like you can't play both things. Like yo, like if I want to keep it, you might have to just go do that. I'll take care of it. Like that's what he. If that's what dad's willing, all right, you might have to just pop that little nigga out then. Oh
yeah,
well,
true that.
the
I
way
mean,
medical science is today, the odds of you dying and having complications, nah, man, I'll rock out. I'll take the kid.
yeah, I
But
mean, I get that, but also I feel like with that, we have the medical science to try and do that. And like, granted, you shouldn't bring in kids to like certain really shitty situations, but like, it also gives people an incentive. Like, if a kid's being born, that all right, I got to get my shit together because now I got someone else I'm responsible for. So
yeah, no, I mean it's I can see both sides of it. Like it's just like I because if I was able to have a kid, yeah, absolutely. If I want to have this motherfucking thing, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Like my body, my choice. So I get it, but at the same time, like damn, like and then you got to make the decision at what point do we consider a human, and that's a whole nother motherfucking yeah. I mean, like a whole nother discussion is like, all right, what do we consider life? Like some of these
yeah,
motherfuckers, yo, I heard one of these motherfuckers talk about like they said something like 16 weeks out of the womb. If you want to get an abortion, you can get an abortion. I was like, that's kind of crazy.
bro,
You know what I mean?
I think the bull was a comedian or something, but some bull was like, yeah, 2 years after they're at the womb. You want to get rid of that motherfucker? Get rid of him.
I like
So
that
like,
though. You get a nice little 2-year test run. Like, all right, this ain't gonna work out. But
But twos, nah, man, you can't be doing that in the terrible twos, bro.
No, you can
You're
do
gonna
it
be
at the terrible
accent.
twos on there. You can do it.
No, no, no. You
Do it
can't just
right.
be,
No, listen, you got to do it right before the nigga's birthday to turn 3. Because if that nigga turn 3, it's a wrap. But if you
bro.
do it in 10 hours before that nigga turn 3, hey, he fair game.
That'd be so wild.
Because you going to fully experience what it was like to be with that nigga. Be like, I think 2 years is enough to know in all of life, whether it's a job, a relationship, having a kid. You're like, all right, I could do this.
I don't
You
think
not.
so. I mean, I honestly like. Well, now as being like a brand new parent, like as soon as that kid comes out, if like as soon as you like lay eyes on that thing that you created, it's like as soon as you see it, that's pretty much like that should be like the game changing thing. Like,
Should be. But some niggas don't know. They might have that of, oh my God, this is it. I'm gonna do that. And then, they just think of it as all the joys, and they're not really realizing like all of the negatives that could come with it. And they're like, I just can't do this.
I
And
mean,
that's
there's
why
not
niggas
many.
like parents leave their kids and families all the time because they're just like, I just can't do this anymore. So like I feel
Yeah,
like
but
we should
those
have
are
known
just
after 2 years.
that's just weakness though.
And
Like, I mean, granted,
that's why dads leave early because they understand, like, all right, after 3 or 4 years, all right, fuck this little nigga, I can't do this. I'm out.
see, I don't think it could be that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's the kid. I'm pretty sure it's probably the mom.
No, because they want nothing to do with the kid. If it was about the kid, they would slide the kid a little note. They wouldn't leave little Tommy looking out the door like, oh, dad's coming back with milk. Like, no, he would slide little son a note. He would let little Naomi know, like, look, hit me up. I'm gonna be here. Call me
Yeah,
here. Like, fuck your mom. You know what I mean? Or you would even at least stay long enough to where he could comprehend. Fuck your mom. I'm out. But niggas don't. They be out born. Oh shit, you pregnant girl? I'm out. Slide. I can't do it.
yeah, yeah. True
No.
that. But yeah, that was definitely wild. I did not see that. Like, I was at lunch and then I saw the fucking shit roll on the tape on the
I
like
didn't.
NBC or CNN. It's like, oh,
I
they
was.
just changed it. Wait, and I was like, they had the gun shit yesterday.
I
These
was
guys
too
out
busy
here,
for
the
that.
Supreme Court out here shooting.
I was too busy thinking about shooting up my job to be looking at reviews.
Okay, we're gonna we're gonna drop into that topic soon as this early. This early, yeah? What happened to your job, Jack? How about we
It's all
drop some names? All right.
it's all jokes. I would never do such a crazy thing like that. Would
Yeah, Jay, you
never.
gotta remember, jobs look at social media now.
Nah, but it would be fucking wild though. Like I could imagine, but I couldn't imagine. But I get it. Fucking get it. But yeah, yeah, that was definitely. I don't want to say surprising because I mean I feel like we knew for like a month and a half, 2 months when the leak went out, and people started bitching then. So I really don't know why people are like, "Oh my god, breaking news!" Like nigga, we knew 2 months ago. Like it just wasn't official.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
feel like a lot of people were like, "Yeah, no, no, they're not
yeah, I
gonna
know they
actually
were
do it.
hoping.
They're not gonna
They were
actually
hoping.
do it."
They were like, "Oh, if we stand outside long enough and chant, maybe they'll overturn it." Yeah, no,
Bro, has
no.
that shit ever been effective with anything ever in life?
No, never. Dep depends. You could argue the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King side of it, not the Malcolm X side, but I don't like that argument.
Yeah, I feel like both sides doing shit would be like the actual turning force of that. So
Yeah, and yeah, I don't think it's ever worked. Like you gotta, kind of gotta violence. People are intimidated by violence.
yeah, I mean, especially with this issue that like apparently like 50% of the women in America didn't want the shit anyways. So I mean, you gotta realize the people you're dealing with is like you could be dealing with religious folks. I mean, you're having people that have kids and all that types of shit. So like, granted, and then like you also have you got you there. I think you should probably have a punch card if you have like abortions.
What in the fuck? My
Uh,
nigga,
bro, there should not be these chicks out here running around with like 15 abortions or 20 abortions.
man.
Like, bro,
Well,
pull either learn to
now
get him to pull out, wear some fucking where they make dental dams or some shit like, or
that
they
definitely
make
works.
Plan B. You don't have to have already had like waited all the way up to having an abortion. Like if you're just getting cream pied like a Twinkie every other day, Like you should be fucking eating Plan B like it's fucking candy.
See, I
Like you,
think the thing, see, now we have to figure out what these chicks consider an abortion, because some chicks do consider using Plan B as an abortion. Some, like, I don't think some chicks are going to an abortion clinic 10 times. Like, I just don't think they're. I don't know anything about a female vagina as far as what it can take and what an abortion takes.
I don't know. We
But
should
I
take it to the
think
streets, girls. If you've had 15 or more abortions, you are invited on the pod.
I mean, just even if you had one, I just don't know the process. So if I just knew what the process was, I could comprehend like, oh, 15 times, that's nothing.
Well,
You know, it's just
from
but
my understanding that like if like you're early in your pregnancy and you find out what you do if I don't know what the time frame is of where it is, but I'm sure someone can put it down in a comment or a chat or something or DM one of us and figure it out. But and let us know and educate us. But I'm pretty sure from what I've been told is that like if you're under a certain time frame, you go in there and they pretty much just give you a pill and then like you eat the pill and it'll take the fucking the shit out of you. So
yeah, I don't know. I do know Plan B fucks up the chicks' like system and stomach for like a couple days. So like a couple chicks like I fuck with just don't like Plan B. Like they've taken it, not a big fan. Not that they would rather get pregnant, but it
yeah,
was
I was
like,
just
oh,
say
I
what
would just. It was just more of like, oh, I'll just go on the pill, versus before we were just fucking going up in life. Like, and then it was like, all right, I'll just get birth control. Like, it's it's just simpler to do it that way.
yeah, I got that. But I mean, maybe with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, it'll make people actually kind of think about stuff. Because I do feel like life is a little bit too lenient in the form of like, yeah, we can just do whatever the fuck we want. There's medical and all types of different financial ways that we can like fix ourselves like that. Like, oh, we got into a car accident. I didn't have insurance. Oh, I'll start a GoFundMe page and put it out on social media, and other people will help me pay for it. Like, that's
Well,
great. That's great for people helping other people, but you gotta have people still be held accountable. So, like, if chick's getting blasted like a fucking Twinkie, and like she knows she's just an animal out here in the streets, then like
I
you
mean,
got to be ready.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if and your defense to that can't be, oh, I didn't want to go to the clinic and take that abortion pill because that made me uncomfortable. It made my tum tum hurt for a couple days. Like, all right, well, you're the one that you're the person in the the equation that makes the child. You're the bank. You're the oven per se. So like you gotta figure it out. Like you gotta figure out whether or not you're gonna grow this thing for 9 months and then take care of it and then all that stuff, or give it away to adoption, or whatever, or you take this pill and your tum tum hurts for a few days and
So,
it's over.
so what side are you on?
Um, I mean, I'm down. I'm down for chicks choosing whatever the fuck they want to choose.
So
Um,
I don't. Is that that's pro-choice
pro-choice,
or
I
pro?
guess.
Yeah, yeah, pro-choice and pro-life. Because pro-life is keep that nigga. Pro-choice is women's life.
Yeah, I'm definitely pro. Get these motherfuckers out of here because we got 7 billion people on this planet and we don't need no more. But I think like I feel like in certain places it should be different though. Like places like China, India, like nah. As soon as you hear that, no, they should just be handing Plan B out in the streets. Like, yo, y'all, there's way too many of y'all over here. You can't keep doing this. Y'all can't keep ovulating. China should just be sterilizing people out of the womb.
I mean, they did implement a one-child system, and then it fucked them because they're stupid.
Oh, I mean, that's China. So,
Yeah,
but
fucking idiots, dirty chinks.
look at Elon out here. Elon's got like fucking 12 kids or 15 kids or whatever.
Yeah, 15 of them.
Which
But
one of them is now a trans.
yeah, I'm sure he's so proud of that.
Do you think it's a ploy? Do you think it's like a
What do you
social
mean?
type of thing, like a social contract kind of thing? And do you think it had to do with, like, what if like this kid was like they invested a bunch of Dogecoin or something and they got hit with it? too.
Oh,
Now they're like, yeah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to. Like, it did seem like kind of weird that that came out at the same time as like, oh, Elon's getting sued for $256 billion because of Dogecoin, and then this kid was like, I don't want anything to associate with this guy.
well, I think the kid wanted nothing to do with Elon for a while, and it's just now the kid's 18, so and then it's also Elon Musk kid. So like right now Elon's name is hot for anything, so it's like, oh shit, Elon Musk kid said fuck him. Oh, that's I mean that is crazy news. Like I would very intrigued and want to know why this the world's richest man's kid fucking hates him. Uh that's and decided to not want to be whatever sex that they were born. That's a whole nother fucking. Which I don't know. Does kind of make sense because Elon's fucking retarded. So that retarded gene, which goes to my whole trannies are fucking mental disorder and they're fucking crazy, would just prove my fucking point even more. That retards are also trannies. So I don't know. One plus one's definitely equaling two there.
Yeah, but I mean, it also is like it makes sense because like you have the richest man in the world that's always like in the public eye, and like this kid was born and raised in L.A. So like, and I think anybody who lives in and is in California is living on like a high horse and definitely weird. So I feel like it makes kind of sense, and like I kind of feel like it almost makes Elon a little bit more likable ish, maybe because he's now the richest man in the world, creator of the biggest electric car company. He makes rockets that land themselves, and he's also the father of a transgender child, and also a child that has letters and
That hates him
other.
though.
Yeah, I mean, but I
Like
mean,
if
this is a
you ask
kid.
that kid about Elon, they would deny that Elon's their father.
But do you think that it's not because they're an LA kid that like grew up with these values of like, oh, like you can choose whatever gender, and then like the fact that the richest man in the world is evil because he could be doing so much stuff to help normal people? Do you think that has some? I That's what I think is kind of playing into it. Is like, oh,
Very
this kid
possible.
went to LA and was going to Berkeley school to play a bongo drum and eat mushrooms out in the woods because they're microdosing and they think they're a woman or they like to wear dresses and it's fuck the richest man in the world. I don't want to be associated with him because it would be hype for me or it'd make me look better.
Do you think uh do you think it's a how do I say this? I guess a plant or a ploy by Bezos because they were always been in the running for one and two as far as riches. And Bezos got some kids, and none of his kids are fucking weird faggots. But Elon's got a bunch of kids. One of them's a weird faggot. That's definitely a dub for Bezos. Like they're right in line with each other, but Bezos definitely has a big step up now that none of his kids are fucking weird.
Yeah,
So like talk
yeah,
about
maybe.
gaining fans. Oh, I'm much more of a Bezos fucking stan now than I am Elon, and I would definitely sell my shares of Tesla to go buy Amazon if Amazon wasn't a fuck ton of money.
You know, Amazon split, right?
Doesn't matter. Still more
Amazon's
than
like way under like it's like about $100 a share right now.
oh get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Oh, but I'm
we're.
selling my shares of Tesla. I haven't been paying attention
Well,
to Amazon
sorry, Elon. I got
like
rid of you.
freaking
You
yeah.
lost
Sorry, Elon.
a
If
share
your
of
kid
them.
wasn't such a fucking retarded weirdo, I'd still rock with you.
I think we might
But
have to bleep out the F word too, because I don't know if YouTube's cool with that. But we'll post it anyways. We're not monetized, so it doesn't really matter.
like
So, but we'll
you
figure
want
it
to say
out.
fuck?
This is a thing as we go.
I
So
think fuck's allowed.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Be okay with that.
So
The other one's just a bundle of sticks, so they're
yeah,
definitely
so
cool with faggot.
oh yeah, we're British. We smoke cigarettes. So but yeah, figure that'd be. I kind of feel like it's somewhat of a ploy. I don't know. I feel like it's some sort of media ploy, and like I feel it could. I don't think Bezos could be like doing some Lex Luthor shit behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Like if
because he does look like Lex Luthor. We need a world supervillain.
Yeah, and he's the guy that perfectly do it, man.
Yeah.
Sending William Shatner to fucking space. Did you see that video at all? Did you see
Uh,
like any of the William Shatner going to space on Blue Origin?
I saw what they tried to say was real. Yep.
You don't think that he
I
went to space?
I don't believe anybody went to space. I don't.
Uh,
I told you I have a real. I have a huge contradiction with space. Like
well, anyways, in the simulation, the Blue
everybody went to
Bezos
space.
apparently sent Shatner up into space, and then like the
Hmm.
returning video of like well when they landed the rocket or when the pod landed on like William was trying or Shatner was trying to have a like a heartfelt kind of thing with Bezos, and Bezos was just over there not giving a fuck, trying to pop champagne. It just made him seem like such a douche.
What's it called? There was video of him in that little thing, right? In like a blue spacesuit. Shatner.
Yeah, I mean you can find it; it's all over
Yeah.
YouTube.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that I, I am thinking of the same thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you were there
Yeah.
for
No, I
that.
don't believe that.
Did you ever
Just
see
us.
Did you ever see the
No.
video of the guy doing like the Red Bull base jump thing, where they sent the rocket up into so-called quotation space, and then the dude jumped off the rocket back in and like back into orbit?
Mm, I definitely remember that event. I don't remember if I watched the video or not.
You should definitely watch it. Like, that shit's pretty
For what?
crazy. I don't know. It's just a crazy ass video just to see this dude in a spacesuit jump and like go through the
Jumping up
worst
and down
out
in a
there.
studio somewhere and out in LA or in his garage basement. Yeah, I mean,
No, because he
I've
wasn't in
seen people
actual
jump.
space.
I've seen people jump up and down on Earth before. It's nothing exciting. I watch basketball.
Well, I mean, he was falling, so he was falling the entire
Watch
time. He did,
skydiving videos too.
yeah.
Nothing
That's, I
exciting.
mean, that was pretty much what it was. It was a skydiving video, I guess, from the simulation of the highest point that you could go, and you'd be seeing the curvature of the Earth or whatever,
Oh
maybe,
yes,
maybe.
yeah. Yeah, and he was trying to prove that the Earth wasn't flat,
No,
right?
no, that was that was not the
That
whole
was
point. No, it was a thing for Red Bull
Yeah, I
to
thought
have
that was the point. I thought
the
Red Bull was behind it to prove that the Earth wasn't. No.
no, they were just trying to have like the world's Guinness Book of World Records for the longest base jump or something, or to try and re-enter the atmosphere. I'm not 100% sure, but
Interesting. Maybe that video spurred a lot of the flat Earth videos. I definitely remember seeing that video in reference to flat Earth though,
that's
and people trying to point out like, "Hey, look, you see, he had a fish eye." I remember, yeah, he had like a fish-eyed lens, or at least people were trying to say that he had a fish-eyed lens, which created the curve, and
yeah,
that the
because it
Earth
was a
was. Yeah,
GoPro.
that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. So that Red Bull fucker s- started a lot of flat Earth conspiracy bullshit.
I don't think that
And
was
that
what really started it, but I'm sure it
for
definitely
Elon.
attributed it to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to say started, but at least that got things revved back up as far as like, because for a good little bit, flat Earth was like a thing, and people were like, "Wait, what? You believe in?" So it was like, oh, we feel like we're back in the 1700s when Christopher Columbus is trying to prove that the Earth is round.
Did you
What
ever
the fuck?
see the there was a I don't know if it was on Netflix
Did
or
he say
Hulu.
Christopher Columbus? That might be a banned word because he raped a lot
No,
of people, killed them.
that,
No.
I'm pretty sure that like you
I'm
can
pretty sure
name.
somebody over there is gonna start crying and be like, "That's why it's Indigenous People Day. He was a fucker." Like, I'm pretty sure
I
somebody's
don't
gonna
know
rap
if
and be like,
people realize that there was a Spanish Inquisition. Do people know that
"Doesn't
that was a
matter.
thing?
We don't celebrate the Span. We don't have Spanish Inquisition Day over here."
We should. Because have you ever seen any of those torture devices? That shit was crazy, bro.
Oh, the Spaniards were fucking savages.
Oh, they were insane. They were putting people in iron bowls and then lighting the stomachs of them on fire. They would
They were
put people.
monsters.
They would put them on fucking. They'd tie rocks to their shit and then just put them on a pyramid and split their shit right open. Put them in
Humans
Iron
were monsters
Maidens.
to each other back in the day. I mean,
Well, I
we're
mean,
still monsters to each other now, but
yeah, I mean it's basic tribalism. I don't understand it. Did you see
no,
that video I sent you this morning about the vegans?
Yeah, it did not help me try to calm down. I honestly want to say you might have been the reason why I started my day shitty, because that was one of the first things I listened to.
Good,
And
thank you.
I had it in my pocket, and I didn't lock my phone, so that's all I'm listening to for like 10 minutes straight until I can lock my phone or get it off my screen, is just that on repeat. And I just really hear the chick of, it's always an extreme of a line, and I was like, "Oh my god, your voice. I want to fucking." And that's where I started to think of, I want to start shooting people. Exactly it. It's your fucking fault.
Well, you're welcome because that's payback for sending me that goddamn video the other day of the fucking hamster or gerbil or whatever the fuck that thing was. I did not need to see that early in the morning.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that shit doesn't start flying until at least 9. All right, buddy? No 7 o'clock fucking bestiality clips.
You gotta admit that was fucking hilarious.
It was funny, but I wasn't trying to see that at fucking 7 in the morning.
Neither was I wasn't expecting it. I was like, "Oh, what is this wholesome meme?" And then, oh, I gotta send this to people.
Yeah, that
What?
shit just made me so aggravated though. That just why do we like like that shit like for context, just so everybody knows. I sent Jay a video. It was people discussing like where the line should be drawn for killing animals or being a vegan and eating meat. And I'm a firm believer in that veganism is a construct of soft humans and laughter of war. So I am a firm believer that America needs to have a war on the front of in hometowns. So someone needs to bring the fight to this because this shit is getting out of control.
Well,
Veganism is just a fucking is a soft thing. Like if that's what your worry in the world is like whether or not you're killing the Easter bunny while you're fucking picking your carrots or some shit and like that every life is so precious. I would love to see that chicks on with that eats the beans and doesn't shave more than once a year. I would love to see her fucking opinion on Roe v. Wade. I would like to see where she stands and how many abortions she's had. So
you know. That's
she
always
did
the
not.
thing.
She didn't really tick the box of a dick taker that one. So and then the guy with his fucking braids and his Russian hairband thing was he wasn't doing
Oh,
it
see,
to me
I
either.
didn't look at them.
Yeah,
I was only listening to it.
he looked like a babushka. He looked like an old Russian babushka with the hair wrap and shit. And I was just like,
Oh,
it immediately just made me think of like the hard times make hard men, hard make men make good times, good times make soft men. This is where we are. Good times breed soft men. It's just soft men make
it's
fucking
that quote is the truest fucking thing ever.
yeah. That's why like I mean I'm sure it would definitely like a lot of people are like oh well we live in the 21st century. Why do we need to kill animals? Well I mean if someone drops a bomb over here and you can't go get your carrots because it's winter time and you can't grow them, then I'm sure you're gonna have to go out to fucking kill a deer to survive. Like if
Like
it was a world war and normal cities like LA, New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, I don't know, Salt Lake City, they've been destroyed from war. I'm pretty sure that like you're gonna have to try and figure out how ways to survive off of nothing or off of more than just beans. So
I mean, yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I definitely get their point to where it's like the needless killing of animals. Like I don't agree with just killing animals just for the fuck of it. Like if you're gonna use it for something, cool. But if we're just out here killing shit for fun, like
I
I would
think
much
that the
rather you take that out on another person that actually did something to you versus this deer that's just trying to eat fucking grass, or this squirrel or whatever else. Like you've got beef with people.
yeah, I mean needless
Don't
killing of
go take
animals
that out on
is
them.
wild. Like if you're gonna, if I definitely feel like if you're gonna kill shit, you should definitely eat it and use
Yeah.
it. I mean, shit that's like a deer that's like hit by a car. Like, okay, that's a casualty of fucking advancements in in the world. Like, or a deer or like a bird. Hell, we killed a fucking
Well,
bird or a
hold on,
squirrel in a
hold
car
on,
the other day.
hold on. Would I know? I'm pretty sure I know a vegan's answer, but would you kill an animal that has been hit by a car?
Yeah, it's suffering.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think a vegan would. I
Yeah,
think a
that's
vegan would
wild.
let it rock.
I mean, you
They're
could
killing it.
actually. I feel like they would try and figure out a way to nurse it back to health, but then if not, try and euthanize it or something. Because like a vegan can't be like totally cool with just watching an animal being hurt and broken and suffering,
Well,
and that nature's just gonna come and take it out anyways.
no, you see. So you could say that. I mean, things in nature happen all the time. Deer break their legs all the time, and they eventually heal, or the limb falls off, and they end up surviving just fine. Um, so to say, I mean, it's essentially
Not
that
a
it's
deer with a
it's
broken back, bro. Not a deer
but
with a
but
broken
but
back.
but me as a pedestrian that just hit this, I'm not a vet. I don't know what's broken. It's just laying on the ground. I don't know if in the future, in 10, 20 hour, 3 hours from now, it's gonna be fine. I don't know. So I think I think their argument would be let it rock. If it's suffering now, it might not be suffering 2 days from now because it could be alive and it might not even remember getting hit by a car 2 years from now because it's thriving in life. It's kind of like the life support thing. Like, do you pull the plug or do you let it rock? Because a person could get brain activity in a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, or they might not ever. But if you pull the plug, you're definitely making sure they have no chance of ever getting brain activity again. So
Yeah, but at the same time, if this animal's now just sitting on the fucking side of the road, I mean, you
okay,
can't say the same thing about a deer that gets hit by a tractor trailer that gets turned into
well,
red
no,
mist. You can't say the
that
same thing
thing
for
gets
that.
obliterated.
But I mean,
Yeah,
granted, if it's like a love tap or something like that, you could also then argue like, all right, you can now take this deer out, and that's food for a whole family.
yeah,
So
but
you
they
could
don't.
feed
Yeah,
people with that.
you heard their argument. They're not killing animals for nothing. They would rather let an animal kill them.
That's
So
wild.
it is wild. I
That's
agree.
wild. We didn't make it to be the apex predator of this planet just to have another apex predator of this planet that decides to eat beans and fucking turnips. Can
Yeah,
be like, yeah, you can't hurt that creature. Like,
they
no,
wouldn't be
bro.
alive in the real world. They wouldn't survive. They're only alive because of society and more or less America.
Pretty much.
Or in the West.
Well, yeah, yeah. Because
In a Western society, yeah. Because over in other countries, you're not dealing with this type of shit. Vegans,
people
no.
that are living less than you are gonna come and then use that animal. So
Right. Right. Niggas are starving over in the poorer of countries. And if you go tell them, hey, I'm not gonna go kill that rabbit because it has a life and eat you and that fucking rabbit. Like, niggas don't give a fuck about none of that shit over in the poor countries where they're hungry. They don't
yeah.
have beef and burgers that are made out of lettuce that taste like meat. No, they don't have none of that. So
Have you ever eaten one of them burgers?
yeah, I had one of them bullshit impossible burgers from Burger King and that shit's trash. I don't like it.
You didn't like that?
Nope.
See, I've had both. I've had Beyond Meat's burgers and I've had the Impossible Whopper. I will say that I do enjoy the Impossible Whopper because the Impossible Whopper doesn't make me feel like a huge pile of shit after I eat it, like the normal Whopper does. Doesn't make me
The
instantly want to go hang myself.
the Impossible Whopper does for me. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
that's what
guess
it does, yeah.
my body knows that it's bullshit, and it's like, hey, dog, we not with this.
Yeah, I mean, I've bought Beyond Meat burgers because I was thinking about investing in their company. So I was like, oh, let me see what this is. I hear a lot about it, and I hear a lot of like Beyond Meat nuggets and all that type of
So
shit.
you were like, I am gonna become vegan for a couple minutes or an hour or two, or maybe for the rest of
No,
my
I
life.
ate it with a side of fucking eggs. Like, get out of here, bro. I'm not gonna eat just this vegan burger without some sort of actual meat protein. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not never
mean,
choosing, but I chose
if
it
you
just
were,
to try it.
and if you
And
liked it, you were willing to just eat it for the rest of your life because,
no, I was willing to give their company money so that way they would make me money. Because if they make a good product that people enjoy, then
see, I can't.
they're going to make money and their company's going to grow.
I
That's
I
usually how the stock market works, Jay.
I understand, and that's kind of my problem with the stock market. I can't get past my own
Values.
dislike. No, my own dislike of things. So like, I don't like vegans. Any company that supports them and keeps them alive, I want those things to die. So you will never get my money. You won't get my clicks. The fact that I'm even talking about Beyond and Impossible, and the fact that that somehow might even give them a fucking penny, pisses me off. Like, I don't want them to survive and I don't want them to thrive, so that way these vegan fucks don't have an option. Like, nigga, get back to real life.
Well, as long as there's still no war in America, then they're going to thrive. So, well, I
No,
mean, I wouldn't
they
say
won't have it.
thrive.
No, because they won't have anything to eat. If we just don't support these companies and we just somehow burn them down to the ground, then these niggas are going to die off.
Yeah, but you got to
And
think of it like
pick them.
the person that's behind the Beyond Meat or Impossible company is not a person who probably eats the shit. It's
I
probably a
agree.
person
Yeah, that
who's
nigga probably eats the
capitalizing.
reddest of steak.
Yeah, he's capitalizing on the fact that these motherfuckers are going
True.
to eat these crushed up beans
And he
that
should
looks
die.
gross.
As much
Why?
as I know,
That's capitalism,
I
bro.
understand. And as much as I do champion that type of mentality, fuck 'em.
I
Like,
mean, if you're
this is
so,
a crazy extreme. This is a crazy extreme, and I don't even know if it necessarily is equal. But what if there was a company now enabled child rapists to be child rapists? Like, are you going to give them that company your money, even though the nigga that made that company is a child rapist? But you know, there's child pedophiles out here, and the thing that you made make them fucking happy.
it depends. Are they
Is
grinding
that
up
okay?
these child pedophiles and or
No,
children into
because
meat patties that they're serving to people?
uh, see, now you're gonna make me have to think about this hypothetical job. I'm just saying, if there was a company that was doing something that, like I say, I know it's an extreme, but they made an app to make it. Fuck, I don't know. I'm just use that scenario to morph it to whatever.
I mean,
Would that
people
be
are
okay?
buying iPhones that are made by children and factories that are
I don't care about
in.
kid labor. Everybody needs a job.
Okay, so I mean, but that's the same. It's like the same moral high
No,
ground. You
it's
don't
not.
know. Yes, it is. You don't
No,
know
it's
what's
not.
happening by. You don't know if the managers of these little companies or these little factories aren't raping those children that are also in there that are making
But
these
that's
iPhones.
not. But they're not making. Nobody's making a company to specifically facilitate that. That's my point. Like, sure, something like that happen. I mean, something like that happens in every company everywhere. But nobody's making something to facilitate that. But if what if they were? Are you going to support that because there's a market for it? Are you happy that there's a market for that?
Could
Because
I
there
make
is.
a quick buck?
Got it. Okay.
It's a capitalistic society in
Got it.
2022, Buck. We're making money. If I can go with if I can make Bitcoin style profits off of your child fucking app,
Oh my
bet run
god.
it. I need it. Have you ever had rye whiskey?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Depends. You got
Drinking
it in
on
ice
we're
or you drinking it straight?
no, yeah, I haven't put any rocks in. I'm gonna put some rocks in right now. So keep talking on the pod while I put this
Oh,
rocks on.
okay. Um.
So
Oh, so to circle a little back to fucking Roe v. Wade. So I've been seeing, a lot of people saying, a lot of women
no Roe
saying,
v. Wade, no kids getting fucked. Just so saying,
I see a lot of women saying this is an attack against the women and
whamming.
women unite and all of this, right? And it just had me thinking, well, what is a woman? And clearly, these women that are saying this is an attack against women, in their mind, they have a clear definition of what a woman is. And I have a real strong feeling it's not the same definition as these weird fucking tranny lefty motherfuckers. So I definitely think there's some sexism going on with this. I think it's an attack against all of them, I guess, right?
Yeah.
What's a woman? Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely feel it's an attack against them. The
Attack against the new
don't know.
quintessential woman, huh?
I
The new
honestly
whammon? Are we
don't
talking about
know.
women or are we talking about whammon?
I that's the problem.
Yeah, we do live in a
We're
crazy world. What if a
confusing.
guy just puts on tits or just like wakes up one day and is like, you know what? I feel like a
Like,
bitch.
are
I'm a
are
woman.
are tranny women or tranny dudes that think they're women? Are they in the streets agreeing that it's women? Because like, you have no pick in the fight. You can't get pregnant, and you can't get anybody pregnant unless you have your junk. Then
Balls. You can't get
you
women unless you have balls.
well, you need all of it. You need the
Yeah, you
dick
need your
too.
prostate
That's
too.
what I'm saying. You need. That's why I called it the junk. You just, you need all of that. So I'm confused because
So was that
because
the same when you sent me that animal thing? Did you also was that the same morning you sent me that chick dude thing with the giant tits and
was
the
yep,
the big
it
black
was
chick
yeah. Where
dude with the
he
giant tits and the huge cock, bro,
don't call him he. Don't call
or
him
whatever.
her. Don't
What were
call
they?
him
Were they
ma'am.
they?
And yeah, it was don't call me ma'am and don't call me. It was like call me the big dick bandit. I was like, holy shit. Again, this is nuts. Gotta send it to people.
Bro,
People have to see this type of
that
shit.
thing was packing, bro.
That shit was wild.
That thing was packing.
Yeah, that shit was nuts. Fucking trannies, man. They're fucking they're a fucking problem. Oh, and of mental illness, Elon and this fucking kid being retarded. Coincidentally, the kid's a tranny. Leah Thomas was in the news again because they just passed that bill to ban trannies from competing against actual biological women in sports.
Is that for all sports? Is that just for swimming,
Uh,
or is it only like Olympic style events?
I'm not the most educated on. I just know she's not allowed to compete against women, and that's what I really care about. Like
Yeah,
that's one down, and that just to me it just sets a precedent. Even if it is for biological women, it's gonna set a precedent for women's basketball, women's softball, all of that shit. It's just gonna set a Hey, all of you weird motherfuckers, go seek therapy. You're not playing in these games against our girls. Sorry, you're not it, Buck. Go sit down. You can go compete against the Bulls. Like you got that. You got all that, but you're not fucking competing against little Sarah over here. That's not happening, Brandon.
yeah.
Y'all niggas fucked
I'm a
up.
yeah. I'm a full backer in that because like I was thinking of like probably a couple weeks ago, and I was like I don't understand how these women like I'm sure there are, but like the fact that like a little girl can then grow up to be like to want to be like a professional athlete, but then you'll never be like if shit keeps going the same way that it is, like eventually you're gonna have high schools that all of the world records for all of their stuff because like you remember in high school you would see like the sit and reach or like
Wow.
the pull-ups or the push-ups or the I don't even know if they even still do that anymore, but
Yeah, I
like
don't
for the mile run you'd have two different times, like you'd have the fastest man class and you'd have the fastest women class. Like I feel like it's really fucked up to have a child that's born in the years coming, and like if it's she's born a girl, then she's can't ever even have a chance to
right.
break any of these records because then all of these records were reset by these transgender women. Like, granted, you could feel like you're a woman, but you were biologically born a man. Like, so regardless if you were changed at the age of fucking 3, like maybe that would have some sort of fucking thing, but you're not a capable mind to be able to like kids are kids. Like if little Johnny wants to play with a Barbie doll, like he wants to play with a little Barbie doll. It doesn't mean he's gonna grow up to be a pipe smoking dude. So
No, it doesn't
like
mean he
he
can't
could be
still
a
go play
whiskey
basketball.
drinking lumberjack in the
Getting
future.
balls
Like
chopped off for a vagina. Like, you can go play with Barbie dolls, bro, and keep all of your shit together. Like,
I,
it's not even that much of a big deal, depending on the context and how you're playing and what you're doing. And, like, it's not even a problem. Like, niggas won't even think twice about it. But if you know what I mean? Like, it's just not enough to be like, oh, you play with Barbie dolls? Tommy, you're probably a girl and you probably should change your name to Tiffany. Oh, you like to cry also? Yep, it's Tiffany, bud. Here, we're gonna put you on testosterone blockers at the age of 5, and we're gonna start painting. Like, no, he can like all those things and be a boy, and he could grow up to be even a fucking the baddest nigga on the planet. Like, he could be the Rock.
I don't think so. I don't think you can be getting testosterone blockers and then
No,
grow
no,
up to
no.
be
But I'm saying like
the
I'm
Rock.
saying he could grow. I'm saying he could have been a boy and like to play with Barbie dolls and like to cry and grew up to be the Rock. Like those two characteristics doesn't make you a woman. It just makes you a boy that played with Barbie dolls at one point in life and you're sensitive and you can cry. If
Yeah,
Like to tell me Dwayne the Rock Johnson doesn't cry, I would be surprised. Like that nigga could punch me in the face and kill me. Yeah, he cries. He's not. I'm not. He's not a man. Like what the fuck?
that
I,
guy's the
I
pinnacle of damn near man perfection. The bull was the guy that it's
yeah,
like. Do you follow him on Instagram?
I do.
Bro, his routines and shit is wild.
Yeah, I mean,
His
he's on all
dedication is
the steroids on the
wild.
planet. There's that. So you gotta remember that. He's
This,
on the best of steroids.
I'm so down to just do TRT for the rest of my life. I am
Yeah,
so down to just
big
start
fan.
like I
If
don't know what
anybody
the
out here listening can get us some TRT, down, super down. Let
yeah,
us
if you
know.
all have a doctor that's definitely willing to prescribe us like steroids, and granted we have to be in a position where we can then purchase and use those steroids for the rest of our life, then yeah, I'm
Yeah,
100% down.
yeah, I'm down. I need him. I don't
Yeah,
need
you
him, but
say
I
you
need
say
him.
you have a job, but I don't know what the price point on us having a doctor prescribe us fucking steroids, like top of the line, fucking all
Facts.
types of
We could
shit.
probably
So
cut a deal if like we bring him clients and shit. Like, look, I mean, I'll bring you a new nigga a month for
oh my god,
knock the price off. You know what I mean? You
well,
hit that nigga over the head
we're just
with a crazy
promoting
commercial.
like yo, come to TRT.
Yeah. Yo, just think about it, right? You going one day just come to work fucking looking like Rogan or The Rock, and niggas gonna be like, damn, God, what you be doing with routine? Like, look, no, I got this fucking doctor. Don't say nothing. And then you gonna hit that doctor, and the doctor gonna be like, bet, yo, 60,000. You gonna be like, yeah, and then yeah, that's how niggas you gonna be the word of it. Like that's what made me think about it was Rogan. I was like, damn, Rogan looks crazy for 55.
Yeah, I understand that, but you also got to have that. You got to then be able to wake up at like 4 in the morning and then put in that work at the gym, or you
Yeah, I
got to
don't
be
gotta do
you.
the crazy Rogan workout, but like I would work out. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be
if
all Rogan crazy workout.
you want to look like The Rock or Rogan,
Oh
you're gonna
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
put
No,
in
no,
that
no, no,
work.
no. See, I would argue that The Rock and Rogan might even argue, or not even argue, might even work out the same amount as far as like activity. I think The Rock just lifts heavy. Like The Rock's more of like a bodybuilding type, and Rogan's more of a I just want to be fit and healthy, and that's more of my routine. Like I want to be a little bit of jacked and just healthy. I think The Rock's like I'm trying to be fucking the fucking Rock. Like I want to look like a fucking boulder when
Yeah, but
niggas
to
see
look
me.
like a boulder,
So
you're gonna have to do some crazy. Like you got to
that's what I'm
put
saying.
your
I don't want to
body through
look
some
like a
crazy
boulder.
fucking workouts.
I don't want to look like The Rock. I just want to look like a little bit like Rogan, which where I'm just look fit, muscular, and I just want to be healthy with it. I don't want all
Well,
the veins popping out of my neck like The Rock. I would just like to be a Rogan type
see, I would
uh
love that. I would
fit.
love for the fucking. I was like when I was working out in jail and shit. Like I was
Uh,
so always jealous of that fucking giant popping veins kind of bullshit. Like fucking veins in your head, your fucking neck, your arms. Like I could never get any of that. I don't understand like what
there are
that was
veins in my
about.
arms. I just can't get like veins. I don't know about get veins anywhere
There's a
else.
dude in my there's a dude in my job that works for he does like dent removal and shit. Bro,
Mm.
his arms are like you can see his veins look like fucking like they're wild. Like they're like fucking tunnels in his arms. They're huge. And I'm literally like, bro, how do you get that? How do you get that giant?
Well,
Like I was working out crazy. Like for 3 years, I worked out every fucking day. And I never got any of that type of shit. Hell, I got tinnitus in my forearms from the working
well,
out.
for one, it's a lot about definition and body fat to get it to be really pronounced. You're gonna need a little as little body fat as possible, like
Yeah, probably under
comparatively.
like
You know what I
under
mean?
10%.
Yeah, like like when I get it in my arms and my forearms, it's because my forearms have very little body fat as compared to like anywhere else on me ever. So like the ones when I lift weights on my arms like are very pronounced, but
Yeah, but I would think I'd have them on my fucking head because I ain't got no fucking hair. And
yeah,
like
but
at the
then you're
time when I was out of jail, I was a 185, which was like I'm 5'10", so
but did
that's
you have a
like
lot of body fat?
no, not really. I had a little pouch on my stomach, but other than that, dude. My lats were crazy. My shoulders were nuts. Like I was fucking, bro. You can ask Tim, bro. When I got out of prison, I was fucking jacked. He didn't even know who the fuck I was. Like he
Like
came to
think
my door
about
like to show up like the day I came home was like holy shit, bro.
you remember when T.O. was doing sit-ups in his driveway?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that nigga had 2% body fat at that time, and you could see every vein in his body. Like it's that type of shit. Like, and it's also vascular. Like as far as like the blood flow. If you have
I,
really good blood flow, the more healthier you are. Stop eating the bullshit that you eat. Uh, lose the body fat. Like you can get it. It's just, you know what I mean.
I feel like it also has to do probably with like some sort of kind of drugs in the background though. There's
Like, do
like
you see the veins in your hands?
well right now probably not because I am fucking 70 pounds over. So, but no, I can see the like veins in my wrist, but that's
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
like not on
So
like the back. Yeah, see, I can see the veins on the back of my
yeah,
hands.
I can see them on the back of my hands, but like they're not nearly as pronounced and or large as I've seen on these other men.
Oh yeah,
Or
hundred
like
percent. Yeah,
there
you'll
was
you'll get bigger as you get healthier.
yeah, but there was this there was well I guess yeah I guess that's totally true. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because
just
it's
always
about
keep
blood
thinking about
flow.
this fucking dude that I was on the block with at Graterford that like he was I don't know if he was a lifer there or like if he was because he was always in our jumpsuits or whatever. But this black dude literally looked like he was a fucking like he looked like a straight up bodybuilder. This bull's muscles was insane.
Mhm.
Like he would like take the top part of his jumpsuit off and like tie it around his waist. And this dude looked like his muscles were just made of fucking like his skin didn't look real. Like because his muscles and shit were just so pronounced. Like you could
Like
see
you
every
don't have full
ab.
body
This
fat.
dude, every muscle in his body was
Yeah,
just so fucking like rigid that like it was just like there was nothing in between skin and the
and the
muscle.
muscle. Yeah,
Like I felt like
he
I
was
could have went there with his my nail and like scratched him, and he would have probably like died and bled out because his skin was so thin. Like the shit
if
was
anything,
wild.
you would have went to scratch him, and you probably would have broke your nail because his fucking skin and muscles would have been that
Yeah,
strong.
he probably would have been a fucking
Yeah,
rock. Dude was fucking jacked as shit. I wish I remembered his fucking name. That dude was fucking cool. He was a cool. He was like the leader of the block at the time. So I never saw any shit like that before though. Like dude was fucking jacked as fuck.
yeah,
Like that shit was like rock level lays like less of body fat, like a waist of like probably like a fucking 12-inch waist, and like a fucking like his shoulders were like at least like 2.5 feet wide. Like the bull was just doing pull ups like fucking nothing on a fence, like on a fence guardrail. I was like, this fucking dude over here, this is wild.
I want to get one
I'm
of
just
them
over
big
here doing.
racks to hang on your door.
I want to get one of them too, but I've definitely seen so many videos of people falling off
Yeah,
those things.
same.
Like it's
Yeah.
definitely better to just take two 1x6s or not two but 1x6s, but like four either 4x6s or 6x6s. Plant them in your fucking yard, put them in concrete, and then just put a bar on it,
Wait,
and then
what?
do pull ups outside.
Wait, huh, what? What? Where would I put the
So
bar?
out on the 2x6s. So you like
Where
you
would I put a
build
two by
it
six?
where you put them outside in the ground,
But how am I going to do pull-ups on a bar that's on the ground?
in the ground. They're standing straight up. Two posts standing straight
Oh, I
up.
see what you're
You're
saying. I see what
building
you're
a
saying.
pull
So
up bar.
okay, I see. Oh, I don't
All
like
right.
that idea.
My neighbor
I mean, I
has it on
like that idea,
my
but I'd rather do
downstairs.
it in the crib so that way I can do it anytime.
Yeah, I mean
I
definitely,
live in the
but at the same
Northeast,
time,
so I can only ideally do that outside half of the year.
what you talking about,
So
bro? Fitness don't stop for nobody, bro.
I
You
know
out
it
there.
doesn't.
Yeah,
It
when
wouldn't
it's cold, you
because I would
out
be
there.
doing
If
it
it's
inside.
snowing, you out there.
No,
If it's raining, you out there.
See, I also shovel with my hands, and that's enough workout for me. Because again, I live in the Northeast, so there's
Yo, do you wear a beanie in the summertime?
I don't wear hats.
You don't wear hats?
I no. The only time I wear a hat is that fucking fishing hat.
Then can you
That's
please explain to me why I see like black guys wear beanies in the summertime?
oh, I don't. I just personally don't like hats. Niggas love hats. I just don't like hats. Like I like a hood. That's why you usually see me in a hoodie because I like to have the hood over my head. I just if I'm gonna have something on my head, I would just prefer to cover like my ears and my neck and shit like that. I just don't understand hats. Uh, to me, I'm just like, why wouldn't you just put a hood on? So that's just a me being fucking weird. But no,
Were
niggas
you
love
were
hats. I
were
love
you ever like a
hats
do
too.
rag kind of guy to try and get waves or anything?
I was a do rag and a hat nigga, but I just preferred like I was the do rag hat and a hood nigga. Like, and I always loved hoodies. So even
No,
if I have a hat on, I throw a hood on me.
I
Like I
get
love
that.
having a hood up. I love
I
having a
get
hat
that, and
with a
I
hood.
like that too. But at the same time, like my man, it's 90 degrees outside. Why are you wearing a beanie? Why are you
Cause it's a
wearing a?
hat.
You could
Like,
wear a fucking normal hat though. Like you could wear like a baseball cap or something,
nah, I
or
mean
you
you
could
could.
wear a thinner, like a thin, like I don't know what kind of like I don't know how you would make a summer beanie, but like my man, you should not be wearing a fucking wool cap in 90-degree weather.
Why?
Because it's fucking 90 degrees out, bro. That shit's made for cold and to keep your head warm. If you're sweating like a motherfucker,
Alright. So so for one, right now, what type of beanie? We talking about the beanies
a knitted
that are rolled up?
no knitted cap.
Yeah, so I'm saying like that are knitted, but they rolled up on the edges, like
It's
that's
got
you
the
know what I
little
mean?
flip up. It's like the one little
Yeah, yeah.
edge is flipped up. Yeah.
All right. So some of them Jones is not full beanies. You know what I mean? You also got to take that into account. Not every nigga with a beanie's got an actual beanie on. Some niggas got masks on, ski masks that are just rolled up because niggas hit licks all the fucking time.
Yeah, but this isn't a ski mask. I know this is a beanie.
I'm just saying, like I've just many a times where I thought a nigga had a beanie on, and next thing I know, this nigga fucking does some shit and bang, I just see his eyes, and I'm like, oh, all right, these niggas over there about to go do some shit. Like it's I don't know, but then also like if a nigga's bald or they have a low cut, like
Yeah, but I
then
get that too. But like I'm saying, you got a full head of hair. Your shit's braided or rode out, or your shit's froed out right now, and you're still wearing a fucking knitted cap at 90-degree heat. That's the only thing. I even know like I knew a
what kind
chick
of
that
fit
was
was it?
like this is a work fit.
Oh, all right.
You're at the job
And is the nigga bald?
sweating. No, he's got hair. He's got braids. He has
Oh,
fro. He's had his shit froed out sometimes.
and he's always got a beanie on his head.
He's always got the beanie
Oh, he's
on. He's
trying to keep his
always got
hair
the beanie.
protected. He trying to keep his hair protected.
But you couldn't do that with like another hat. Should I get
You
him a
can.
hat?
I mean, again, now you're also talking about personal preference, but that hit me. Oh, he got braids. He want to keep his hair clean. Cause like I got a
I
coworker that's
figured
got
that
dreads,
too.
and he keeps a fucking shower cap type hair cap on all day, every day, and it's black. And I'm like, my nigga, I know you want to just keep your hair clean, but dog, you gotta be fucking hot. And he always sweating, and so I get it, but no, he probably want to keep his hair clean. Yeah.
But what can I do to help my man out? Because like I want
Nothing.
to help him out because he's wearing a wool cap in the
Get
middle of summertime. Should I get him
get him
like
a cleaner
a
get a
silk
cleaner
do
job.
rag?
No, you just got to get him a cleaner job. I mean, mate, for your own preference, like because clearly it's bothering you.
It does, bro. He's dying. He's dying.
I don't think so. I think if he was dying, I think he wouldn't wear it. I
Yeah,
think he's
probably not. He's
comfortable.
probably all
Yeah, I
right.
think he's fine. He fully understands what's going on when he
I
puts
don't
it
know.
on his
Whenever
head.
I see it, it just makes me concerned. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? It's hot as shit out here.
I'm
I'm a
more
fat dude, bro. I'm always sweating. If it wasn't for baby powder, I'd be looking like a puddle.
see, I'm the one when I see people in hoodies and sweatshirts in the summer. That's what irritates me. And I'm like, I love a hoodie. I love a good hoodie. but boy, it's fucking 90 degrees.
I love
Have a
a
hoodie on.
Yeezy hoodie. I need to get me one of them. I need a Yeezy hoodie.
We got this new young kid at my job, um, and he wears a hoodie, and everybody fucking hates him. So it's not even a problem if he whatever it is. Everybody
He's
fucking
wearing a
hates him.
hoodie now?
Oh, I don't know what he's doing now at this minute of the day, but when
No,
he's at
not right
work,
now, but at work.
yeah, at work, yeah, he comes in with a hoodie or a sweatshirt,
This
yeah.
dude's wild,
Um,
bro. Your shop is unair conditioned and
yeah.
it's like 110 degrees in that bitch. And
Well,
he's wearing a hoodie?
he works in the office where it's mildly air conditioned, so
Okay. If he's not
but it's
doing like,
but he's the only one in the sweatshirt though. Like everybody's got shorts and sleeves in that office except for him.
yeah, but I mean, I
And
can
he still
understand it.
has to come, but he's not like also like one of those guys that stays in the office all day. Like nobody in that office stays in that office all day. There, everybody has to be not has to be on the floor, but everybody's on the floor. Probably about 50-50%. So
Just for context, Jay is a master box maker. So if you guys need
yeah,
any
that's it.
cardboard box made,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
job Jay does. That's
that's
his
just
job.
exactly what I do.
That's what his
Yeah,
job does. They make cardboard boxes.
that's it. Yeah.
So
So when he when he comes onto the floor, it just bothers me because I'm like, all right, I get it. If you're sitting in the office,
yeah, I gotta make these
you
boxes.
you might be chilly, which would frustrate me because it's definitely not that type of environment in there. It's not chilly.
Yeah,
It's got a nice breeze, but
these rocks you bought suck ass.
I I I told you I don't know if it's the rocks.
No, it's the
I don't.
rocks. They suck. They don't contain their cold because I have one, two, three, four, five, six rocks in this drink, and it's cold. It's warm.
That's what I think. Rocks just suck.
No, I think
They're
like good rock, like big chunky rocks are good. I
they're all
think
the
these are
same
too
size.
small. Yeah, I know, but like I'm pretty sure real whiskey stones are
Real whiskey?
uh
Are they not? What's a
well
real whiskey stone?
these are Amazon real whiskey
What does
stones.
that
Like
mean?
I'm talking about like whiskey stones that like you would buy like
Amazon Amazon sells anything from anybody.
yeah, but
Like the
it's not
same
the
whiskey
same.
stones you buy on Amazon, you could easily buy in a high end whiskey
Yeah, but I remember
dealer
seeing
store.
whiskey stones that were like the size of like the big giant cube of ice. Like
Oh, I've seen them too. Yeah, yeah. But
I
I don't.
feel like that would be helpful in the retention of the cold because like I mean these things are still they're still holding a chill. Like they're a little chilly
That's
to
the
the
thing. Like
touch,
they'll give you
but
a chill. They'll give you a nice condensation on the glass, but them Jones
yeah, I
are
would rather have a giant ice cube though.
right, right. And the ice cube gonna change the flavor, which I really enjoyed.
What are you sipping on, anyways? What are you drinking?
I'm sipping on this what is this? This is the Henry Derringer bourbon whiskey,
Ooh,
American
that sounds good. What
craftsmanship.
is that? How much, what are you giving that? What is your flavor profile you're giving that?
Um, definitely a little bit of spice. Definitely a little bit of spice. Which big fan of. Big fan of that. The little aftertaste of spice.
Are you a fan of like something that gives you a burn on the way down?
Um, I so yes and no. So I like the burn because in my mind, it's a manly thing. So it's like
It
you like
proves
the
there's
burn,
alcohol in there.
put that and put some hair on your chest. Won't So I like it for that aspect. But if I'm more about the quality. Like if I take this sip and it fucks me up and I don't have a burn, cool. If I take this sip and it does have a burn and it fucks me up, cool. I'm just probably more upset if there's a crazy burn and it doesn't do anything to me. Because then I'm just like, my fucking throat's on fire for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like a real big burn on like if I have a glass or a shot of something and it just burns from the emission like just the initial touch of my tongue. Like I'm not a fan of that. I'm not I like stuff that's smooth. Like I don't like a lot of burn. Just because I like smoother drinking stuff. Like this I'm drinking Bullet
What are you drinking?
Rye Frontier whiskey.
You said
Uh,
bullet?
yeah, Bullet 95. It's like
Hmm.
the still and aged and Bullet family tradition. 45 alcohol, 90 proof. Bullet 95 rye. I've never had rye whiskey before. Straight American rye
How's it? Is
whiskey.
it straight rye?
Yeah, made using a 95% rye mash for a superior American rye whiskey experience. I'm a fan
Okay.
of Bullet's
Is it?
brand of whiskey. They're
Are you?
American. Yeah, yeah. Bullet's American straight bourbon. Big fan of that, and it's moderately priced. It's probably about $35 a bottle. I ended up grabbing this and then grabbing a bottle of tequila. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Man, this nigga's got everything. He's got the bourbon. He's got the tequila.
Oh, I can't grab something like I bought it mainly because I've never tried a rye whiskey and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it.
That makes
I was
sense.
gonna grab. I had a bottle of Buffalo Trace in my hand, but then I remembered I still have 3/4 of a bottle of the bottle that you got me of Buffalo Trace. So I decided I was just like, all right, well, for a review of whiskey and trying something new, let's try a rye whiskey, and then I'll just grab another tequila for the collection of tequilas that I am acquiring. I am now up to one, two, three, 6 different tequilas in my
Nice.
collection. So I still have. Actually, I only have 3 bottles of whiskey that I still have. Because I drank the Four Roses and the big bottle of Buffalo Trace. I actually need, but once winter comes around, I'll buy more whiskeys. Because in the summertime, I'm more of a,
Oh,
uh,
whiskey does get you warm. That's
yeah. That
wine and
that's my main thing about it is that like
yeah,
tequilas don't give me that heating up feeling that whiskeys give me. Whiskeys, when I'm cold outside, I want to take a sip of some whiskey and warm myself up.
yeah. That is one downside of me being a big fan of whiskey and it being the summer. I am dying over here right now of heat.
Yeah, but don't you keep your fucking room at like 30 degrees with all your
I
AC
don't.
fans and shit?
I don't got the AC popping right now. I
So
don't
you
got the
need
fan
you
popping
need
right
you
now.
need to you need to download the NVIDIA broadcast thing and then back out the
Nah,
noise
nah.
cancellation.
The
I
thing
got a
was,
fan going in the background right now. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but this shit feels so good.
I wasn't I wasn't I wasn't drinking prior. So we got the air conditioner on in the crib, so it was comfortable enough to where I was comfortable. But now that I'm drinking, whiskey got me hot. Now I'm like, all right, I would turn a fan on or something, but I don't feel like getting up and shit. It's too far away, too many
Do you
steps.
do you have a ceiling fan in your room?
No,
No.
I don't. I'm not a big fan of those anyway. I don't see the
Why?
point of. I don't think they do anything. I think it's a lot of placebo effect. Yeah, I don't
Well,
think
with
it's smart.
technology has now updated nowadays, and they,
You don't
they,
think
they
so?
do a lot. Yeah, they know they do a lot.
I doubt it.
I
I doubt
can
it.
I can bring you into my attic space, and then I can
All
take you
right.
into my living room where there's a ceiling fan, and
No,
there's a big difference.
we have a ceiling fan in one of our rooms. It doesn't change much. Just me when it does.
Maybe you need to update that ceiling fan because my
It's
pops just updated his ceiling fan, and we're probably going to update all of his ceiling fans in his house
I think it's about
because
10 years old.
yeah, that's time to upgrade.
Not time to upgrade. What do you mean? It
Yes,
was
it
top of
is,
the line.
bro.
It was top of the line at the
Yeah,
time. So
10 years ago,
it's got easily got more
technology
expensive.
changes.
Man, it's a fan that spins. It ain't. It's
No,
like the
no,
wheel. The wheel
no.
hasn't really advanced anything crazy since the first wheel.
Yeah, and 10 years ago, did we think that YouTube was going to be the biggest conglomerate of media in time? No, no, we didn't.
I don't know what YouTube was the biggest conglomerate of media. Well, no, definitely not because it wasn't even this type of platform 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Like me,
So,
people weren't just watching 90% of all of the entertainment they viewed off of YouTube videos of other people, which like from what I saw on the Mercado Law, great YouTube channel. You guys should go follow it if you're listening to this, but I'm sure you have. But like it's actually like it seems to be that like before like our time social media or not social media but media in general like mass media like TV and like newspapers and stuff like they all had to fight like they all had singular voices that they were pushing their own narratives on But then once they got the printing press and everything, they could then mass produce and send out all these papers across the country. That's when everything changed to be the Washington Post and I don't know any other fucking mass newspapers or anything like that. But like that's when that all shit changed, and now they're losing a grip because people don't trust those things anymore. People don't trust the Washington Post. They'd rather go watch shit on YouTube or go find sources on Twitter. So like YouTube and Twitter, and I don't know so much about TikTok, but even TikTok and social media tends to be where most people are getting their news from nowadays. So,
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of that, more or less.
well, I mean, when I find out that something's happening or something's been dropped, I go to straight YouTube or Twitter to find out any news. Like if I'm trying to find any stock news or anything, I'll go follow Fast Stock News on Twitter. Shout out my man Troy, and like he's got all the fucking insights before any CNBC or anything like that.
Yeah, I just fuck with me, Kevin. He's usually pretty good with the
Yeah, but
updates
me
and stuff.
Kevin's not doing like like market hours except like during the late day, isn't he?
Yeah, he does market open, market close, and then he'll tweet, and you got to get part of his fucking groups and stuff if you want to get like stuff that he's trading and shit like that. But like if there's something like
Yeah, but is it behind a paywall
to what?
to find the stuff that he's trading like throughout the day?
Yeah, yeah. If you like, yeah, if you want to know and care about what he bought and sold, yeah, you gotta pay for that. But I personally don't give a fuck what he's buying and selling because he's also gonna tell you in one of his live streams. Also, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I know you're probably seeing my portfolio. I bought such and such here. If you want to see the details of what I bought and how I bought it and the breakdown, buy this package." I don't
Yeah,
care.
but
He's
you
gonna
could do that all through like Stock Market Live with Josh. Like Josh is there, he's posting all that shit
right.
live, real time,
Yeah,
like as he's
I just
doing
like
it.
Kevin
So
because I can see Kevin as the person. I don't know what the fuck Josh looks like. I don't. I know there's no webcam here, but I don't trust just voices. So I'd much rather see the person that is
so
telling me
if he had a
facts or
puppet
bullshit.
on, if he had a puppet behind a webcam,
I
would
wouldn't.
that be the
I
difference? You wouldn't
no,
trust it?
because it's the same thing. I like to see the person. If you're gonna tell me some bullshit or some truth, I'd just like to see the person. I don't give me a VTuber. Don't give me a puppet. It's show me your face,
Oh
and
my
if you did
god,
show me your face,
VTuber Financial.
you could. That's probably a mark. Niggas probably do it.
That's definitely a lane for somebody out there. So if anybody's watching,
So I don't know. But yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just
I like Josh just because he seems to be really real, and I mean, granted, he's helped me out with not just like granted, I've never talked to the man, but like he's helped me out on some situations, and he's taught me a
I
lot about the
fuck with
stock
him.
market.
I
So
fuck with him. It's just those
shout out to Stock Market Live, also the Trading Fraternity. Go watch his videos if you
as
have any
far as like
cares for finance.
people that I'm gonna like look at. Like, and Kev's
No,
there. So like
no,
even
I
if
get
you
it.
see,
It makes it more enjoyable and more
yeah,
entertaining as a video. So
yeah, and I can
you can
like
see the
hear.
words coming out of their mouth. I mean, granted, you could see the words coming out of Josh's mouth and his watch list stuff, but I mean, you can see
Even
Josh, but you can only see Josh from the neck down. So
which is shaded of me. It's like just shit like that. It's like
no, but I mean, there's a bunch of creators who do that. There's a lot of people that are on YouTube that don't want to show their faces
yeah,
and
and it's
stuff like
crazy to
that.
me.
Which is it though? Because like
It is.
you're
But
promoting
it's all
yourself on
public
a
record. A
it
lot of them
is, but but
don't, and it's
like
crazy to me.
yeah, but if
It's
you're not trying to get your family involved
like it's
or
public
like,
record.
what do you mean it's public
Your
record?
your name. Like people can look up Pokemon's name, and people know her name, and they can easily and they know what she looks like, and you'll just fucking figure out her name. Like any of these tubers that you can just type in their fucking name. Somebody knows who they are, and has their name somewhere on the website. You're
Yeah,
listed
but
fucking things, so somebody knows what you like. Somebody could easily put out your picture all across the internet. Is my thing is, and the fact that you just don't even put your own face out there is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, but the fact that like people like the Do, Josh Answers, which isn't Josh's real name, um,
Which is
McNasty, yeah, that's wild to you that they don't want to be, they want to be anonymous.
but you're only so anonymous. Is my thing. Like if niggas want to find you, like you're not that anonymous. You're on the internet.
Yeah, but you can go through the things to make
It's not
yourself
okay,
anonymous.
but nah, niggas
Yeah,
get
but if
doxxed.
you're not, you're the only reason you're getting doxxed is because you're not being careful. Like I could get doxxed because we're creating this podcast and because my name's behind it somewhere, and like
Yep.
in somewhere in some URL somewhere, and like you could probably follow the IP address. But at the same time, like if you don't want to deal with that,
The point is,
what?
niggas know you. People know you.
Well, yeah, you're gonna know people. Like we
Right.
as a society, we
So
know people. But if
there's
you're
only so
creating,
much you can do as yourself to limit the information. Like you're out on the internet and now you are famous and now you have friends and your friends are going to talk about the famous friend that they have and that word is going to get around. It's just crazy to me how you just don't want to when your information could easily be out here. Like what? You're scared of what? Millions of people could already have this and you care why?
yeah, but at the same
Like
time,
what do
like
you think is going to happen to
why
you?
would
You
you
think people are going
want
to what come to your house and just fuck your wife in front of you? Like, I'm confused on what do you think is going to fucking happen
fuck
to
your
you.
fucking wife on the front lawn while your house is on fire?
I'm just
The whole
confused.
fire brigade is just
I mean,
fucking your wife on
I
the front
guess
yard.
if you're a fucking pussy and you don't believe in guns and violence, sure. I guess you could be terrified and be clutching your pearls because somebody could come to your house and confront you or whatever, and you'd be a fucking Twinkie and not want any
I
violence.
mean, look at VTubers though. Like VTubers are people that are sitting behind a desk and they're having camera captures.
And they're fucking weird. They're weird.
Yeah, but they could look super weird. But if they put a hot avatar, boom, they're getting a fuck ton of views and they're getting a fuck ton of money.
Right, but that
Like,
doesn't change the fact that the nigga behind that camera is a fucking weirdo. That's
yeah,
all
but
I'm
they're still just
saying.
getting the bag. So I'm respecting them for getting the bag.
Yeah, I can respect you for getting the bag, and you're still a weirdo. I
Like,
still
and
spit in your
like
face and
at
call
the
you a
same
fucking
time,
weirdo.
like I'm pretty sure, like I'm not 100 sure, but I'm pretty sure the VTuber like Iron Mouse or something like that. She's a VTuber and she like created her VTube account when she was in like the hospital or something. She was doing it as like a thing to get over the fact that she had some chronic illness or something like that. So like for something like that,
And
like
she was probably scared of like people making fun of her for being in the hospital because she's a fucking weirdo, Sim. And
you
she
can't
got
call
bit.
somebody that's in the hospital because they have a chronic
You
illness a
can,
weirdo.
you can,
How is that weird?
I can. What does it matter?
That they have a chronic illness?
What is it? I don't know. To me,
How does
embracing
that make that weird?
to me, because you're just not. I don't know.
Not
Like to me, it's
normal?
weird. Like the fact that you care is weird to me. Like the fact that you care about what random motherfuckers that you're never gonna see and that that their opinion shouldn't matter at all. Like the fact that you care. Like I don't want some random on the internet to make fun of my tubes in my arm. Well, fucking go die. Like what? Who the fuck cares?
That's
Like that.
90% of people nowadays in this
I know, and
culture.
it's weird. They're all weird. That's not.
No, it's not that weird, basically, because of the fact that, like, as a society, like, we weren't created in a world where we were built to be able to accept that thousands of people know who we are. We were built as a creature that's supposed to have a small group. We have tribalism. Like
So I
it
think niggas want to be known. I think
no,
we
no,
want.
it's a huge thing that in our society it is a huge thing to nowadays to have
Mm.
clout or to be
Back
known
then
or
too.
to
Back
go.
then too. Niggas every all this back then niggas wanted to be the leader of the tribe. Niggas wanted to be the king. Niggas
Not
wanted to be the
always.
war. There was always one person that wanted to be that nigga in every group.
Yeah, there's
It's just
always
part of you,
somebody who wants to challenge the king. But at the
right?
same
Because they
time,
want to be known.
there's
They
tons
want
of
that
people that
notoriety.
are
They want that
totally
clout.
there's tons of people that are built in the world that just don't want to they don't want any of that bullshit. They don't want to
That's
know. They
weird.
don't. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yeah.
I have a man, Tom, at work, and he wants to be on the DL at all times.
He's sucking dick, right?
No, he fucking
Okay.
fucks bitches on the regular.
All right. Well, that's
He's
usually when niggas go
fucking
down low.
he's fucking wives on the regular. I don't know any of whether or not this is true. I'm totally assuming. But my man Tom is totally on the DL. He's trying to slide through as smooth as possible. You don't want none of the bullshit. So, like for you, to assume that people want clout. Not everybody wants
No, I
clout.
don't. I'm not saying you want the club. What I'm saying is you to care about randos' opinions, whether or not it's two randos or 1,000. Like I don't. It's the fame doesn't matter because that's one. But I'm just saying to care that what people say in the comments. Like that's all you hear from motherfuckers. Yo, don't read the comments. Yo, oh, I don't read it. You're a fucking weirdo. Like, read the comments. Who the fuck cares what some random ass fucko in their basement in Arizona thinks about you or some
Yeah,
bumblefuck Afghanistan cave? Fuck them. Who cares? That's the
I
thing that I can't get
I
behind. You're a
I
weirdo if you care.
I get what you're saying, and I'm fully
You're weird.
100%
Fix
behind
the
that,
stones, break the
except
bones.
the
Words
fact that
can't
you're
hurt you.
weird. But like, yeah, but a
You're a
lot of
weirdo.
people just grew up and they never really grasped the whole sticks and stones kind of detail. So they find the fucking shit that hurts their ego. So
Niggas is weird, man. I feel like
yeah,
most
but
regular niggas want to hear the negativity about them, like, and
I don't
embrace that type of shit.
I don't think so.
Because if you just go around only hearing fly shit about you and never going on your doubt, you never gonna grow. But if niggas tell you as you growing up where your faults are and where your flaws are, you can build and grow on those things. You know, niggas just telling you great at this, you just always gonna nigga, you gonna be trash at everything else. You have to know your faults. You have to know where you bad at so you can grow.
Yeah, but if
So
you're
if
not going to
niggas
have
don't want to hear
positive
that shit, you're a
reinforcement,
weirdo.
you're yeah, but if you're not going to have positive reinforcement, you're not going to pursue those goals. Like
But you
there
should
are
already
people
know
out
it's
here that
positive. Like if niggas told LeBron, your jump shots are great. He know his jump shot great. But if he know he's not great at, but if he don't know that he's not great at perimeter defense, you have to tell him that because he know his jump shot great, and you just backing him up. Yeah, I know my jump shot. All these niggas keep telling me my J is great, right? But nigga, that's not just all to that. We need to tell you that you're not the best player because you don't play defense. You can't do this. We need to tell you that so you can practice that and get better. That's the whole
yeah,
thing.
but
Like if you don't, you're a weirdo.
but
Who
that's the
doesn't
thing
want to get better
that's
at
going to set
life?
that's going to be the thing that separates the champion from from being
The dead niggas
LeBron.
on the planet.
Like that's the difference between LeBron and Michael Jordan. Michael
They're the
Jordan
same
was
nigga.
no, they're not.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Because they both want to get better. They both worked on their game. They both took criticism and said, all right, bet. You say I'm this, I'm going to prove you I'm not. I'm going to
No,
work on this. They was
no,
champions.
no. They're not the same caliber of champion. Michael Jordan,
Oh,
it was willing to go up to you and tell you to go fuck your mom, and like he would dog you on the court because you're not as
okay.
good.
Just because,
Like
all right, so
LeBron's
LeBron
not
ain't no
doing
shit
that.
talker.
Yeah, but at the same time, like if you're willing to do whatever it takes to be the champion, like that's Michael Jordan's mentality. Like this is also the man you're talking about that's going on the golf course and betting millions of dollars that I'm beating you at golf. I play
Yeah.
professional basketball and I'm also a fucking wild golfer. Like the differences between like gamemanship and like I'm the best. I'm the best at what I'm doing. You could
But
be
Jordan, he worked on his golf game, though.
yeah, to be the best.
Well, not
To
the best,
beat
but he worked on it to be good. He's
he
not. Michael Jordan was nowhere near. I don't even know if Michael Jordan's a good golfer compared to niggas that play golf for a living.
Michael Jordan could probably keep up with Tiger Woods.
All right. So anyway, next.
How
I just started to talk crazy.
was that crazy, bro? This dude was
Tiger
walking
Woods.
around with thousands of
Dog.
millions of dollars in his fucking golf bag,
You're literally
ready
talking
to
about.
throw
Hold
down.
on. Tiger Woods is literally the greatest golfer to ever play the game. But yeah, sure, Jordan can keep up with him. I guess is that
I
what you're
think
saying?
so. I think
You're
if
out of
they
your
were on an
fucking mind.
exhibition golf game, I'm sure Jordan and Tiger Woods would shoot probably around kind of the same
Dog,
score. I'm not 100%
you're
sure. We sh-
crazy.
we need to get this
Tiger
podcast
Woods set the
fucking
record for
popping so that
drives.
way
You're
we
crazy.
no he's not.
Oh my god.
I don't think Tiger was ever setting the record for drive. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I want to say he set the record for the longest drive on like the PGA tour or something.
I don't know if anybody's like knows anything about this. Let us know down in the comments. Please put down in the comments, like and subscribe to the videos.
Yeah, this kid's crazy over here.
I don't think so. I mean, I've had a couple glasses of whiskey and I'm done for the night. But I mean, at the same time, I'm pretty sure that I think that Jordan and if Tiger played like a 1v1 on a golf course, Jordan would
Smoke.
do. I don't think so. I think Jordan, but I think Jordan would keep it tight and close. But I feel like Jordan would also try and get in Bull's head. Like Jordan's got the game in that he's going to get into your head
Yeah.
and fuck the game up. Did you watch? Did you watch the hustle on?
You would hold on, no, because I don't have
No, you
Netflix.
don't know Netflix.
That would be like me going up to Jordan on the basketball court and being like, "Dog, we could keep up. I'm pretty good with you, dog. Like, I can hold. We played the 21. I probably
No,
get
it's
17.
not. This is a
Like,
dude who
yes,
plays
it
golf
is.
on the
No,
regular.
no, no,
If
no, no.
you
Listen, and that's what it would be. It would be like me going up to Jordan and then Jordan looking at me and laughing and being like, "This little nigga doesn't have a fucking chance." That's what Jordan would say to Tiger, and Tiger's like, "This nigga doesn't have a fucking chance." Like I only have played golf since I was literally a child. Since you were dribbling a basketball, I was swinging a golf club. You started swinging a golf club after you stopped dribbling a basketball. I never stopped swinging a golf club.
no, he started
Different.
swinging a golf club while he was playing baseball.
Even still after Tiger has been doing it pretty much as he came out the pussy.
Well, yeah, that's because his father did that, and
Yeah,
I will definitely
he
say that a life like
he's not.
that will definitely make you a champion. I mean, look at
Yeah,
like all the other black men who had put their kids into situations where they're just running nothing but that sport all the time. I mean, you got James Woods, or I think it's James Wood.
I think you're thinking of James Woods from Family Guy and slash the
No,
actor. Isn't that the same? Yeah, I think his name is James Woods, right? I'm pretty sure he's an actor. Yeah, he's an actor. He's the
no,
white
no, that's not who I'm thinking about.
guy. He's like, ooh, chocolate or cookies or some shit like that. Some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah,
James
no,
Stewart. James Stewart. He's a
Stewart.
also known as Bubba Stewart. Bubba Stewart is he's a motocross rider whose dad put him into motocross racing,
Right.
and then he became the world champion of American. Well, I think in the world of motocross racing,
Oh shit.
riding uh 450 dirt bikes.
See now, yeah, I've never competed in anything like that. I've never even did it to care. Is there a skill into that any of that, or is it
Into
just fun?
motocross riding?
Yeah, like any of
Yeah,
that dirt bike
yeah,
riding. Like,
yeah,
is there a skill? It doesn't
yeah.
seem
There's
like it. Kind of like
it
NASCAR.
might not seem like it. Like it's not like NASCAR because NASCAR is more like finding a lane and it's sharpening your skill. But yeah, with
Skill.
throwing around a dirt bike, it's definitely it's definitely a skill because like
So,
if you ride a and I've been an avid bike rider, four-wheel rider, dirt bike rider since I was a child. Um, like you have to have the ability and the fitness and the knowledge. Like you have to have the mental fortitude. I mean, you're riding a 400-pound motorcycle over fucking 60-foot gaps, and you're any accident or any like mistake you could have could be the end of your career. Like you could easily cut cut a berm or cut a fucking jump too
yeah,
early, case the fuck out of it. Yeah,
smooth
and
ride.
you'll never be able to ride again.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a child, being put on the course of like learning how to ride dirt bikes and shit like that, like it definitely takes an amount of skill. So
And
being able to throw around a 500-pound motorcycle while it's flying through the air, and and shit
well,
like
why are
that.
you throwing it through the air?
Well, you have to be able to control where you're going to land on with this motorcycle.
Oh,
So, yeah,
I mean,
like when
going off jumps on a bicycle. I didn't have to control the bike. I just
yeah, but you weren't going over a 60-foot gap. Like
nah, but I would just have to keep it straight, right? In my mind, I would,
yeah, but
it was a,
if you have that bike going sideways through the air while
yeah, I
you're going,
would
you're
try
going to
that,
go
but I'm saying.
well, you're cutting through the air faster. And if you're
Oh, is that why they turn sideways?
yeah, that's why they whip the
I
bikes and
thought
stuff
they
like
were
that.
trying to just be cool. I was like, this is stupid. Y'all are doing the same fucking gay trick that.
No, yeah, it's a skill
Oh,
called
okay.
carving. Like you're carving through the air,
Oh,
you're coming through at a lower trajectory, so that way you're being able to like you're going through the air off the jump lower, and you're
yeah,
not having you're saving time.
that makes
So
sense. Damn. Okay, look at me learning something. Damn, today was a good day. Today was a real good day. I've learned a
it was a
lot
great day.
today.
I won $100, so I'm hype about that.
But I like any day that I learn something is a good day for me. So I learned
Yeah,
some
I
things.
mean, James Stewart was the number one champion for like 5 or 6 years. I want to say almost like 7 or 8.
Damn.
He was also nicknamed the fastest man on the planet. So I mean, this was also a black kid that was his
Oh, this guy's
dad. Yeah, he's black.
get the
Um,
fuck.
yeah, James Stewart. His dad put him into dirt bike
Hey,
riding from like the age of like 3. Like as soon as he could be able to walk, he was pretty much riding a dirt bike, and then he
hey,
became a world class world champion in dirt bike riding.
I know this is a thing that everybody knows, but I just feel like I gotta say it. God damn, black people. Is there anything that we just can't be great at? Like, I just don't know. Anything we touch, any sport. Oh, yo, that nigga, yeah, he was the greatest to ever do it. Yeah, he did it 5 times. They called that nigga the great. Like, what can't, what sport is a nigga not in, not thriving? I can't think of one. Maybe some corny shit like curling or something. Some gay shit like that. But I can't think of one. Somebody gonna have to let me know what niggas aren't thriving in. Hell, Bubba Wallace is even. I don't know about NASCAR, but I know there's a nigga in racing named Bubba Wallace. I don't know if he's nice or not, but I know there's a nigga in that Formula One, and he's one of the greatest niggas to ever do it. So,
Yeah,
ah,
no, no, yeah, I will 100% give it to you on being able to create world champions. I mean, you guys got in any type of sport and or anything like that. What is this dude's name? What's his first name? Like, did you guys have a world champion in NHRA, which is drag racing? You have a drag racing champion.
yeah, I knew about that nigga. That was a surprising thing to me. Well, like,
What his first name is though.
people in racing, that's that's different.
Yeah, and racing not only just like normal cars, but like these are the most like dangerous cars on the planet. They're with nitromethane.
Mm, yeah, that shit's wild.
Uh, something brown. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Damn, look at Mo Green. Did he win? But yeah,
How's
this
your
this
thing going? Yeah, the Stanley Cup. Who's winning the Stanley Cup?
Tampa Bay Lightning won 3-2 to now be in the series 3-2. Still a winner go home scenario for them, but at least it goes back to Tampa for Game 6. Hope they can tie it up. Shit, it'd be dope if they could win this series. That would be a three-peat for them, which is mm, not.
Antron Brown.
Yep, that's a nigga, all right.
Yep, Antron Brown. He is the top fuel. He's a top fuel dragster driver. Which you're talking about a car that goes from the eighth mile, which is like I don't even know. It's an eighth of a mile.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a vehicle that goes from 0 to 333 miles an hour in 3 seconds, and he has been a winner That is another flattering picture. But yeah, he's a full time. He's a black man who races top fuel
Well,
dragsters,
we can't
and
assume that. Let's not assume his race because if
he's definitely black.
we don't know what he identifies as, we cannot. I don't know.
He's actually from New Jersey too. He's from Chesterfield, New Jersey.
Oh, so maybe we should get him on here to ask him if he identifies as a black man.
He lives in Pittsburgh, in Indiana. So a little drives for Matco Tools. He used to drive for Army, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Antron Bound is a serious fucking racer, bro. His wife, Billy Joe. That is a wild ass name. But one daughter, two sons.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are fucking capitalizing
So
on
now
shit,
that takes
sports.
me to a thought and theory I had earlier about when I was listening to this fucking vegan thing, and
Are there black vegans?
no, but I heard I assumed there was a black guy on the panel because I heard a voice and it sounded like he was a brother. I
I
don't know.
don't think no. Hold on. Let me revisit that
But there
topic.
was a guy that at least sounded like, and it just had me thinking. And I was like, damn, I think, probably gonna probably gonna piss a lot of people off, probably make a lot of people happy. But I think we need to get rid of white people, because I think white people are the cause of all problems on the planet right now, currently. And I can't.
There was a black guy on the conservative side.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so I thought. Okay. Yeah, I just heard the voice and I assumed, which is very bigoted of me. I guess I don't know. I'm pretty sure somebody on the left will fucking
He's on the animal killing side, though.
correct me. Yeah, he is. He is because he
You
said
want
he
to get rid of him?
no,
You want
no,
to get rid of white people because of that?
right because the
I've
white
never
people.
met a black vegan.
Uh, again, I think all vegans are fucking weird and pussies and should die. So the race of them doesn't matter. But I just feel as this started as a white thing. Like I just think a white person was like one day like I'm not gonna eat these fucking animals no
Yeah,
more.
but do you think that was kind of created due to like white guilt? Maybe.
Even more, I think if we just eradicated them, we'll get rid of white guilt. We'll get a critical race theory. We'll get rid of vegans. Any of this leftist trainee bullshit. Nick, most minorities don't play that game. So again, I'm not calling for the eradication of anybody, but
Well, I
if
think it would be really cool if we eradicated white people.
if things started happening, boy, you wouldn't hear me on here complaining too much.
Well, as support of white white children, I guess.
Saying
I
not all
can't.
of
I can't. I think
just
we're
most,
gonna end the pod on that one.
just most of them, just the weird ones, you know. That's it. You just gotta
Yeah,
fucking
there's weird ones in every fucking society.
yeah.
You stay around long enough, I'm sure there'll be enough. There'll be fucking enough
Oh,
fucking
bro, all
people
of
that
the
are
ones that would be like, "Hey, let's not get rid of them." Hey, you can stand in that line and get on the wall with the maps and everybody else, and we'll just, send you to Arkansas and drop a bomb. Or where could we bomb that we really don't like, and then we get rid of two birds? Israel, perfect.
Canada.
Yeah,
Canada.
Israel, two birds, one
God
stone.
damn it, Jay. You're not gonna get people to stand behind us for on that one.
I think we'll get a lot of people.
Yeah, maybe Muslim. I have some Muslim friends that would probably be pretty hype if we decided that we were trying to eradicate Israel, but
Yeah, I know a bunch of Israelites that would be super down to start,
probably pretty concerning that you know a bunch of Israelites.
start putting stars on people's foreheads.
But I mean, you also got to remember this is the guy that became an Israelite, but then really got fascinated by Jim Crow laws.
Well, hey, look, I'm a very conflicted person.
Oh,
But
well, I know.
yeah,
Viewers might not know, but I know.
it's I feel like you can have two things at the same time. Like you could have those laws still and be an Israelite because they don't really contradict each other. You know, they don't or not contradict. They don't conflict with each other.
Jim
And
Crow laws?
oh, mm,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
kind of do.
I don't. Let me think. I no, I don't think
No.
so. Not necessarily, no, because the Jim Crow thing is really only an America thing. It's no, not really. It is only an America thing. Israelites are everywhere around the world. It's a religion. So Israel being an Israelite really is only a battle against Israel and the dirty fucking Jews over there, free Palestine. And it could have nothing to do.
Alrighty. Oh well. Based on that note, I think I'm going to end the pod. So therefore, everybody come follow and like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already. If it's on YouTube, if you're downloading it on Spotify, then yeah, then please thank you and
Sorry,
support the
Lars.
pod. I don't know nothing about the Palestine stuff and the Jews support. But yeah. All right. Everybody have a great night and support us through the Anchor and or Spotify, YouTube. We're on all major platforms.
I will be
If you
starting an OnlyFans for my feet, so be on the lookout for that.
Jay will be finding a Feet Finder, so you can find him on Feet Finder whenever he starts it. We will definitely support that link. If you want to watch any gaming clips, I'll be streaming Escape from Tarkov once this wave starts. I'll probably be gaming it over the weekend. Find me on YouTube, General Darkness Gaming, until I find and figure out something else that's cooler. But yeah, everybody have a great night. Bye bye. Say bye, Jay.
I said ta-ta, retards.
Okay. Touch my camera through the fence.